Hey YouTube, Steve here from Vegas Westside Shooters, and today we're bringing you a video on our latest rifle that we purchased today from our friends at Northwest Arms in Las Vegas. This is the Desertech MDR, or MicroDynamic rifle, and I'm super excited because I've been following this rifle for probably about 4 years. I remember when the prototype came out, when they first announced it, I was super excited about it, and then they had all kinds of problems and it didn't come out, and then it came out in 308, and then they had all kinds of problems. Finally, they've got all the bugs worked out. The main reason I'm excited about this rifle is it is the only, really the only bullpup rifle that you can switch ejection on the fly from left side to right side and back, and it's like no big deal to change it left to right. And since I'm left-handed, I'm going to want the ejection port on the left side of the rifle, so it shoots away from me. Luke's right-handed, he'd want it on the right side. If I bought a Tavor, you have to get a different bolt and change it from left to right ejection. The Steyr AUG you can't change from left to right. So this was a super cool development to me as a southpaw, and it comes in this case, and I was kind of, I don't know, a little shocked because the case looks kind of small, and I thought, well, how the hell are they getting a rifle in that case? I know it's a bullpup, but that's pretty absurd. I mean, I've got some pistols that come in cases this size. So the way they do it is it comes. It's very, very easy to take this rifle apart. So basically it comes in 3 pieces with the, you get all the instructions and the promotional stuff and the owner's, this is the owner's manual with the serial number and all that. And incidentally, I did purchase the 223 or 556 version rather than the 308 version because I prefer that caliber. But all you have to do if you want to change it over is you buy a kit with the the appropriate barrel and the bolt, and you can change from one caliber to another. So it comes on this side of the case. You see you have the rifle. Excuse me. You have the barrel of the rifle. It has a pretty classic flash hider on it there, and it is threaded. And then this is the chamber there, the part that goes inside. And then here is the stock, the trigger pack. The ejection port is actually, this one is already set for the eject out of the left side, and non-reciprocating charging handle is ambidextrous, as you can see. The safety is ambidextrous, and the magazine release, actually there's 3 here and here, so those are there we go, sorry, there and there, those are ambidextrous, plus there's a magazine release right here. So you have 3 ways to release the magazine, and then of course the handguard. So I'm very excited about this. It doesn't come with any sights, so I went ahead and I got some Aero Precision backup flip-up sights, and I went in and got a Sig Romeo 5. There we go, Sig Romeo 5, because that's my go-to red dot sight. I have it on pretty much all of my ARs. So I'm going to put this bad boy together. Oh, and I got one. It does come with a PMag magazine, but I bought a PMag in Desert Tan because it's a Desert Tan rifle, so I thought might as well have one of those. You can never have too many 30-round magazines as long as you don't live in California. So I'm going to put this bad boy together, and then Luke and I are going to take it out to the range and sight in the iron sights and sight in the red dots, and we hope you stick with us.
roughly 150 rounds through the MDR so far, a mixture of 223 and 556, Fiocchi, Winchester, Federal, even some Aguila. I haven't had a single malfunction so far once I figured out how to run it. It's a little bit different than your standard MDR. And now I have attached my Surefire SOCOM 556 RC2 suppressor on there. I put a War Comp muzzle brake on it from Surefire and attached that, and I've adjusted the gas, so let's see how it runs suppressed. Range is hot. Alright, that was 10 rounds of Fiocchi 223, ran right through the suppressor. Let's try some 556. Okay, here comes some Aguila 62 grain 556 through the Surefire SOCOM suppressor with the MDR. Let's check it out. Alright, no problem with the Aguila 556 either with the suppressor. Ooh, look at that baby smoke. So far so good. Coming up on 200 rounds through the MDR. Zero malfunctions, zero problems running the rifle. Got the SIG Romeo 5 red dot on it. And so far so good.
Okay, I'm back from the range, and I have to say, so far I've put around 200 plus rounds through this rifle. Everything from Fiocchi 223 to Winchester 556, Aguila 62 grain 556, and Federal green tips and regular 556. And we haven't had a hiccup yet. Everything went smoothly. It's taken me a little bit of time to get the manual of arms down, because it's a little bit different from an AR-15, but the rifle has performed perfectly. I do want to comment on a couple of things that I don't love about this rifle, and then the things I do love about it, just so I can clarify that. The two things I really don't love about the rifle: number one, it's very tail heavy. The buttstock is heavy. All the action parts are all in the buttstock, and when you put a full magazine in here, you can see that basically the balance of the gun is right about here. So it's pretty far back. You know, when you're shooting it and you have the buttstock planted against your shoulder, it takes up some of that weight, and I am getting used to it, but I don't love the balance of the gun. The other thing I don't love about the gun is I don't love the trigger. I measured it on my Lyman trigger pull. It went anywhere from 6 pounds 11 ounces to 7 pounds 11 ounces. So it's around a 7-pound trigger. And I'm accustomed to, most of my ARs have I use either a drop-in CMC trigger or some sort of a polished trigger, and most of them have a 4-pound single stage, and I'm kind of spoiled. So this trigger is a Bullpup trigger. Nobody buys a Bullpup because the trigger is awesome. They buy it because it's compact and maneuverable. So you just have to deal with the trigger. I'm not getting terrific accuracy out of this rifle. Not up to my normal standard, and I think it's because of the heavier trigger, but I'm adjusting to it, and that is not a deal breaker as far as I'm concerned. If you're looking for a Bullpup, you have to expect that. Okay, now on to the things that I love about this rifle. Number one, it is a super cool looking rifle. To me, it's very modern looking, and I really like the way it looks. Not that that's critical, but you know, doesn't hurt. Okay, the second thing I really like about this rifle is how incredibly compact it is. Just for comparison's sake, I'm going to put it down here. So this rifle has my SOCOM suppressor already attached, and I'm going to compare it to a this is an Atom Arms 16-inch piston AR standard length, and you can see even with the buttstock collapsed, this rifle is 3 inches longer than the Bullpup is with the suppressor attached. And then if you extend the buttstock, so this is how I normally shoot this rifle. It's no contest. It's about seven inches longer than the Bullpup, and so the Bullpup is very, very compact and maneuverable, and I love that. But really, the thing I like the best about this rifle is it's completely ambidextrous. Since I'm left-handed, I love that in a gun. But basically, every control on this rifle is ambidextrous. The charging handle is ambidextrous. The safety selector is ambidextrous. Magazine release is ambidextrous. Bolt release is in the center right here, so either hand can reach it. And basically, everything is on both sides of the rifle. The other thing that makes it so awesome is this is the mechanism for ejection. This is the chute, it's called, and then this is where the rounds eject from here. And it's basically, if you want to change this out, it's as simple as pulling that out, pulling the other one out, flipping them around, and popping it back in. The other awesome thing is this is even though it's on the side, if you remove this, it'll just eject standard straight out. But with this this ejection chute on here, the rounds actually eject forward. So even if you have it in the left-handed configuration and you need to shoot around a barricade or something, and you have to switch to your offhand and put your face up on the stock here, you're not going to get hot brass in your face because it actually goes forward. So this is just a genius design as far as I'm concerned, and the guys hit it out of the park. And I know this rifle really had some bad press when it came out. They basically put it out before it was ready for prime time, and a lot of people got a bad taste in their mouth. I actually had a deposit on it, and I took my deposit back, but they got it right. They worked through all the issues. This gun so far has been very reliable, and I'm happy they stuck with it. I'm happy they managed to get this rifle out, and I'm very happy I purchased this rifle. It is $2,500. It's not a cheap rifle, but if you want a Bullpup and you're left-handed, or you want an ambidextrous Bullpup, this is, I think, your best bet by far. And it also is incredibly modular in that you can change calibers by purchasing a new barrel or purchasing a kit if it needs a different mag well and it needs a different bolt face. It comes as a kit. This can be converted from 5.56 to 308 to 6.5 Creedmoor, and I'm pretty confident they're coming out with a 300 blackout. So this is I think just a fantastic gun. So hope you liked the video. If you like the MDR, I hope you pick one up for yourself. And as always, Steve from Vegas Westside Shooters, thanks a lot for watching our video.